Arabian Nights, like Arabian days. More often than not, are hotter than hot in a lot of good ways.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dork Entertainment. Today we've got our very special guests, Akanksha and Sumeet.
Thank you for having us.
Today we're going to be reviewing Aladdin, the movie. Now, this is a remake, real-life remake of 1992 cartoon.
Yep.
And so it is very close to our hearts. We really enjoyed the Disney Aladdin cartoon back in the day.
Yeah, we did.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a classic. One of the best Disney animated movies there is. Yeah, that and Lion King, probably my childhood. So, yeah, it had a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
And did you?
Yeah, my childhood was every day, 6 p.m, Disney Hour on ZTV, and we would just enjoy the Aladdin or, the Lion King, or there used to be so many like different, cartoons on that. So, yeah, so it really is close to my heart as well.
So we went and watched Aladdin a couple of days ago in IMAX, Sydney, and it was absolutely amazing. The sound, the visuals, it was brilliant. We're going to start off the review with, we're just, straight off the bat, I think we should just give it a rating.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Sumeet.
I'll go for an 8.5 out of 10. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. From what it looked in the trailers. So I'll put it down to bad marketing for the movie, because the actual movie is way better than the actual trailers make it look like. Yeah, we'll go into more of it, but yeah, 8.5 for me.
And yourself?
I think I'll agree with you as well. I think 8.5 is I think the right rating for it, because I think when I saw the trailer first time, remember I did tell you that I thought the trailer wasn't as good and looked a bit out of the kind of the zeal that the movie has. I couldn't kind of connect when I watched the trailer, but I think when we went to see the movie, the smile on our face, that was
Okay.
So 8.5 for me.
8.5. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, that was totally different.
Okay, all right.
It was a 7 out of 10 for me, and we shall discuss why shortly.
Okay.
So let's get into the review now. The first thing I want to talk about is the script. So comparisons with the original to the remake. What did you think of the script?
Yeah, there's changes. There's obviously some changes to the script. Part of it is, I think, budgetary and time constraints. There's changes made to at least the end part of it, to me, where it looks like they just couldn't get the time to do those scenes, or didn't have the money to do those scenes, or any money left to do those scenes, and it seems like they just sort of went the easy route in that. But the changes, the other changes in the script are actually some work, some don't. Like obviously the Sultan isn't a goofy sort of crazy sort of guy. He's like actually
before we go ahead. Before we go ahead, we just want to let you know that there are spoilers in this review.
There are? Oh shit!
There are spoilers in this review. So please, if you haven't watched it, please go out and watch Aladdin first, and then continue with this video.
Oh, I like that spoiler review sound. Do you hear it? You'll hear it when I edit it.
So spoilers, ladies and gentlemen, spoilers.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were saying about the Sultan wasn't.
Yeah, the Sultan is he's not like a funny, goofy sort of like dumb guy who doesn't know what's going on. He's actually a smart guy. He's very serious, much more serious than he is in the cartoon.
In the cartoon, he's very boisterous and he's just bubbly and bouncing around everywhere.
Literally bouncing around everywhere.
Whereas in this movie, he's more serious and he's focusing on sultan-y things, like
Yeah.
things that a sultan should be doing. They're actually showing it in this, so which is good.
And one of the other script changes was the whole Jasmine wanting to become a sultan. Which, when I first saw it, I was like, is this going to turn into a whole feministy thing? But luckily they didn't do that. They were sort of, they weren't as crazy or overt with like all that sort of stuff. It was actually done pretty well. And it made sense as well to the story, which is what I sort of wanted. But that was okay. That was pretty good. The other script.
The biggest question YouTube has right now from you, Sumeet, is Will Smith as the genie. Did it work? Because you were heavily critical of the CGI in the beginning. Did it work?
Look, like in the trailers, the genie looked unfinished. It was pretty obvious. It looked unfinished. When you're watching it in the movie, it's a weird effect. Like, so it still looks kind of weird, but you just sort of get into that world, and you get sucked into that world where it's sort of like fantastical. Like, it's okay in the end. Like, you just get sucked into it, and you don't really notice the genie's CGI off a little bit because Will Smith puts in such a great performance.
Yeah, character-wise, forget about the CGI. The character that he plays, that the genie that he brings forward, is entertaining.
Yeah, he makes it his own.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't. He's not trying to copy Robin Williams at all. He makes it his own type of genie, which I think was really good.
It was like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Yeah.
ex-genie type of character. So for me, the script was almost identical to the cartoon. There were little changes here and there, but I didn't think they changed it too much because you don't want to change a winning formula, right?
Yeah.
The characters they did tinker with a lot. Now we'll start with the genie. I think Will Smith was great as the genie.
Yeah.
Jafar, I think Jafar was good, but just the look of Jafar, he didn't seem as cunning as I thought he would be. There was actually another character in the movie, Hakeem. He was the security.
Hakeem looked more like Jafar than actual Jafar, which was weird.
If you look at Hakeem, when he comes on screen, you think, imagine this guy in a Jafar type outfit, and he would be the perfect looking Jafar. Don't you reckon?
Yeah. With that, pointy nose.
And long face.
He's got the evil look.
And
the beard.
Yeah, and the beard, yeah.
I'm like, this is Jafar. What's he doing? That's, in my opinion, I thought, the look of Jafar. I mean, they did try to get the look of the other characters almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
But Jafar, he had a bit of a baby face.
Yeah.
He did.
Whereas the cartoon Jafar was like old, cynical, long face type sort of person.
Yeah.
Abu was Abu.
Abu was cool. Yeah,
I feel like Abu and Iago didn't get as much scope in this because it was real life.
Yeah.
And they tried to make it look like a real life.
Yeah, Iago is completely sort of dialed down in this one. He's basically a parrot. He doesn't really talk like the cartoon, where he's like, very conniving and all that sort of stuff. He's just basically a parrot. That's it.
Iago in the cartoons, he's like one of my favorite characters because the lines and the facial expressions that he has is just like a conniving little bird, and that was missing from this Iago in the remake.
Yeah. Can I also talk about the outfits and the makeup of the characters? I have to say that they have really done well with the outfits when it comes to Princess Jasmine. I mean, the first outfit that she wears, the pink and the golden one, I think that's a really good outfit for her intro part, because when we think about Jasmine, I think we think about the turquoise colored dress for her, but it was like a different, that they introduced, they tried a different thing, which really did well, when she walks down the stairs with
They look stunning.
It does look like amazing, and that night when they meet together and they have their first kiss together, that's when she wears the turquoise color. I think that is a winner for me, because that actually brings back those things. And then first time she flies on the carpet, I think that part was really stunning. And I also have to say about the Speechless songs, like that song really touched my heart, I have to say. yes, as you said, it's about that feminist thing, but
Yeah.
it did mean something to me as a girl when I listen to that song. It does something in my heart, and I think it brings that sort of a positivity and that zeal to get that seat. You know, that she really wants that. So
Yeah.
there might be a lot of girls out there, you know, in that same situation. I was thinking about like people might be, the girls especially, might be in a situation where, you know, they really feel helpless. But I think that song does something to you. So that was really good. I was touched by that song, I have to say. Yeah.
Now, jumping on to the main character, Aladdin. Now, I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was okay.
You think?
Yeah, he played the role, you know, as best as he could, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been much worse. He did okay. It wasn't the best. He did okay. There were some scenes where I felt like he
was struggling.
Yeah.
I could tell. You can tell he's inexperienced. That's what I could tell from his performance. You can see when he's actually singing, it looks kind of forced.
Yeah.
So when artists sing in music videos, it comes very naturally to them. Even if you like the music video for A Whole New World with Zayn Malik in it, like he's singing in the music video, he knows how to do that. He knows how to act like that. It's just sometimes Mina Masood can't get that. He feels like he's trying to force it.
I think that's because he is a newcomer.
He is inexperienced, so that is probably why. But
moving on to the musical numbers. Now, this is a big part of the Aladdin movies. Everyone loves the musical numbers.
Yeah.
Half the people were probably singing along.
Yes.
You know, same thing's gonna happen in Lion King. I can imagine myself sitting in the cinema. Everyone is gonna be singing along to the songs.
Oh yeah, that would be.
So the musical numbers in this movie, I think, were absolutely brilliant. Because as soon as the musical number came on, I was smiling. I couldn't get the smile off my face.
Yeah. I was looking at you guys, like everyone was like smiling, full smile.
Yeah, you just get the nostalgia feeling, and just like you just smile. It's just like puts a smile on your face, and it's just like, it's just the way that they've picturized it. It's just incredible. That's what I'm saying. The marketing doesn't do it justice. Like when you see the movie and how it is, especially in IMAX, with the sound as well.
The sound was crazy.
Sound is amazing.
It just is incredible. Like it looks so good.
Okay, now we'll go back to our rating. Now I gave it a 7 out of 10. The only reason I didn't rate it a bit higher was I felt like this movie is a throwback for the fans of Aladdin, because you watch this movie, and if you've watched Aladdin, you really enjoy like watching everything, all the magic happen again on screen. If you haven't seen Aladdin, I felt watching it as a standalone movie, I felt like it was the first half was good, but then it sort of dragged a little bit in the middle, and then it sort of came home with a bang. So, and of course, if you've watched Aladdin as well, it's inevitable to compare the two.
Yeah.
You try not to compare it, but you end up comparing it because it's in your memory, you know, the old cartoon.
Yeah.
So that's why I gave it a 7, just for that reason. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and we got a little popcorn collector's edition, which will go on our wall behind us as a memory.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys are happy with 8.5?
Yeah. For me, the nostalgia factor is big, and the way that they sort of evolved from the cartoon, because that's what I felt the movie did. It evolved it from the cartoon, and it really picturized a lot of the stuff really well. Added some new elements that worked, some that didn't, but it was actually really good. I had a great time watching it.
It was entertaining.
It was entertaining for me. And for me, the nostalgia factor really brought it through. But it was just like I felt Naomi Scott was really good as Jasmine.
She was pretty good.
And Mina Masood was good in parts, so he's inexperienced, but he was good in parts. And Will Smith was just incredible.
Will Smith was pretty good, yeah. And so 8.5 from yourself
yes,
as well?
definitely it's an 8.5. I think I have to be honest with comparison between the cartoon and the movie. I think they have kind of linked both. Like you cannot say that the cartoon was better, or I think they've done pretty good jobs on that.
Well, another thing I just wanted to add, like I intentionally didn't watch the cartoon in the lead up to the movie because I didn't want to judge it. I don't want to compare it.
Yeah.
Because then your expectations will go up.
Exactly.
Because the cartoon is just magical in a different way.
Yeah.
This was magical in another way. So that's why I didn't want to compare it, because it'll never be like the cartoon.
Yeah.
You just want to judge it as on its own, and I think that's the best way to watch it.
Yeah, and I think the colors that they've used, the color scheme of the whole movie, that was pretty good. Like,
and Agrabah was brilliant.
Was brilliant. Yeah.
The CG I found was a bit hit and miss, but Agrabah looked really nice.
Yeah, it did.
They did that really well.
It did, yeah.
So 8.5 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, and 7 out of 10 for me.
The dog.
So
the dog gives the 7.
Got the lamp there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hope you enjoyed our review of Aladdin. We look forward to bringing you much more reviews. Please comment in the comment section below.
Yeah.
Like the video and subscribe.
Yes.
We are also looking forward to Lion King. Now that is going to be insane.
That is the next big Disney movie, and that I think is going to be really massive.
One thing with Lion King though, because there are no human characters in the movie, they have to get the CG spot on.
And it looks spot on. It looks like it
From the trailer.
It looks real, like some of the lions.
Yeah.
So Dork Entertainment bringing you reviews from 2019 Lion King coming up next.
Arabian nights, like Arabian days. They seem to excite, take off and take flight.